It's time for book chat, and right here I have Gbemisoye Debo-Olujimi. She is a dynamic leader, entrepreneur, author, and advocate for purposeful living. With a distinguished career spanning the energy and communications sector, well, telecommunications, she currently serves as the executive director at Deb Energy Group, where she spearheads growth, innovation, and impactful corporate social responsibility initiatives. She is the author of Being and Doing, a guide to living intentionally each day. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was reading your bio. I'm like, girl, you're killing it. you're doing and being.
I'm bad. I know. Thank you so much.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so tell us. Right here, I have the book.
Yes, the book.
And I have the workbook,
yes,
which is to help you live purposefully.
Absolutely.
So when I opened it, I saw that there were a lot of things to reflect on.
Absolutely.
You know, it's telling you how you feel, to reconnect with yourself, and all of that. And there's a part that says the soul check-in. What part of me did I reconnect with this week? So I could tell that it's a very intentional book, but I want you to speak about it. What inspired this?
Absolutely. So thank you so much. I'm super pleased to be here this morning speaking about this book. And it was first launched last year in June.
Okay.
And it started not just as a book, it started as a movement.
Ooh.
Yeah, because upon the launch on the 14th of June, 2025, we then had a book tour across 3 continents.
Ooh, nice.
And 4 cities.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are those cities?
So we started from Lagos, Abuja, London, and Canada.
Ah.
Toronto, yeah. Because, I mean, it's a very relevant message. That's what I discovered, you know. And as you would imagine, it's a message that opens with identity, which is self-awareness. How much of yourself do you really know? As that is really, really critical to whatever else you want to do along the journey. And then it actually ends in what? Legacy. So what do you want to be remembered for? What would you like to be remembered for? And everything else in between. How do we go on that journey? How do we navigate it? And it's, you know, commonly said as, oh, purpose, the journey of purpose, the journey of purpose.
The journey of life.
Life.
Where life begins, where life ends.
Absolutely.
So was there a moment in your life that you said, you know what, I want to write a book like this? Maybe something had happened?
That's brilliant, you know, because I believe that everyone continues to live daily until something happens and then it calls your attention to the need for intentional living. So we all wake up every morning, we do whatever we need to do, we go about our days, we go back to bed at night, but you get to certain points in life where you then start to be more intentional about how you live, your interactions, your connections, and those things. So for me, it was a car crash.
Oh my God.
In 2019.
What?
Yes, I was in a car crash. And then once I came out, I started to feel like, okay, there must be a reason I was spared.
Yes, why I'm still here.
Why I'm still here. Of course, the book came like maybe 6 years after, but I mean, I'd started the journey. So we're all on a journey. It's important to speak to that. Because, you know, people feel like, oh, I should have been there. You know, I should have been this person, I should have been that.
Yeah.
So when you read people's profiles and bios and you see a lot of things, I mean, those things don't happen in one day, trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
But the intentionality behind the journey, the story, is what we should always consider. And of course, this book, we've gotten reviews from a very diverse audience or diverse readers, which continues to validate the purpose for which the book was written.
Yeah.
You know, to get people to start to live intentionally.
Yeah. Of course, the book starts with Who Am I? A journey into self-awareness and awakening. And next thing is the nudge you can't ignore.
Absolutely.
So answering the call. So I would say maybe the car crash for you was that nudge.
It was that nudge.
And then writing the book was answering the call. And then it says giving up your will for it. Here's obedience, yielding, and surrender. And you were just speaking to me before we came on air that you're a faith-based author. So how did that influence your writing?
Amazing. So for me, I started to realize that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable.
True.
How do you get to know the purpose of a thing? By reconnecting to the creator of that, whatever invention you would like to, you know, leverage or, you know, put to use. It's either you read the manual, the manufacturer's manual, Or
who tells you how, what the design was. Yeah.
So we're human beings. We were created for, by someone, by a being, by a higher being, for his purpose. Reconnecting to him then makes our journey very seamless. Of course, it's not going to be devoid of challenges, trust me. I mean, what I've said and what I've come to realize is that our challenges actually build us stronger. They become our opportunities for growth and for learning. So, I mean, but one key factor that every human being should know is the reconnection that needs to happen for you to start to live from within, from your core, so that you're not living based on, human validation, and just putting up appearances. Because, you see a lot of people go around their day and then they return at night still feeling empty. I don't know if you know, if you've been unfulfilled.
Yeah, I mean, that has happened to me before. I remember, before I became a media personality, I think at that time I was 30 and I would cry so much because I felt unfulfilled. But the moment I started living in my purpose I started to ensure that void was filled, and of course it's connecting with the creator. So I totally understand what you're saying. I feel it, I see it, I understand it. So there's a part that is very important to me, which says your tribe matters, the power of community. Do you want to touch on that before we go?
And that's the fact that no one succeeds alone.
Yes, no one is an island.
No one is an island. It's good to be knowledgeable, it's good to be all of that and much more, but you need to recognize the right people who would walk the journey of purpose and alignment with you.
Yeah.
It's so important because sometimes, I mean, knowing yourself helps you to do that. Most times, all of the time, I guess. Finding who you are then helps you to identify the right people in the right spaces, in the right seasons of your life.
That's a good one as well.
Because what I say, as I've also picked up from one of my mentors, would be that life actually evolves in seasons. And then our relationships are either for a reason, a season, or for a lifetime. So we must be intentional. We must be attentive to our inner world. And you know what? Before we go, I must say this: there's a lot of inner work to be done. Trust me. And
I'm sure that's why the workbook is. You want to touch on the workbook?
Thank you. That takes us to the workbook.
Yes. Why did you create this? I mean, it's one thing to write a book and leave it there, but it's another thing to say, you know what, I want to take it a step further and create a workbook. What was the purpose of this?
So, after the book came out, I started to think, okay, we should have a workbook. But the way I have all of these other aspects of my life, pulling me and taking my attention. And I was like, this was launched in June. And I was like, okay, we need a workbook. We need something to track progress. Because, for you to actually say you're making progress, it has to be trackable. You must be able to say, okay, this is how far I've gone today, measurable, But I didn't get to do it until people had read the book and started asking that, do you have something like a workbook that I can write, and do you have like a journal?
So you listened to the readers.
I had to, because that's when the journey then goes to the next level. Because what I also believe is for every action you take in the right direction, clarity comes.
Yes.
You get better at what it is you've been sent, you've been called upon to do. And that act of obedience for every step you take is so important to the bigger picture.
Thank you so much for this.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for taking the call, or rather answering the call.
I know. It's obedience, I would say. That's very important to the fulfillment of every human purpose.
I think this is really beautiful, and I hope that people get to read this. We cannot go through the entire book because we don't want to give them everything.
No, we wouldn't give them everything.
You need to be able to read the book and get the workbook. Does it come together?
So you could buy either one, but I believe that having both together would do a lot of good, would do every reader a lot of good, you know, and we can find it's on Amazon. It's been on Amazon, yes.
It's amazing.
We can find it in Latana.
We can call brands, please. Thank you.
Yeah, boy,
But yes, you can get it maybe in your favorite bookstore.
Just go in my bio.
Yeah,
just go in my bio. I mean the entire link.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me this morning. It's been lovely.
I think I might give this to someone. I think that would be an amazing gift.
Lovely. That's okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovely to be here.
All right, we're going on a short break right now, but Wake Up and Shop is next. See you after this.